Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, guys. How are you all doing? Y'all, I've been running like a chicken with my head cut off, and I forgot to share this. So give me just a second. Let me share this with my community. What's up, Mocha Drop, Bama Girl? Miss Linda Gamble, I see y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Let me send this to Patreon and so everybody will know that we are live with Poli-Talk, baby. Hour Talk, honey. All right. And baby, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about these tariffs. I want to, listen, listen. So I found this article, right? And this article literally talks about, y'all see the title on the thumbnail. It says, "It's real, y'all. People are sharing their tariff receipts, and my wallet is not ready for what's coming." Okay, so we're definitely going to get into it. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me double check. Ready for what's coming. Okay, so we're definitely going to get into it. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. I can hear myself. I can hear myself, but I'm going to do myself a favor and all right, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm connected. I should have had this together. I'm connecting my other monitor because it's so much easier to read from that monitor. All right, here we go. All right, perfect. Let's get into it, child. Let me pull up this article and we're going to go ahead and get started. It's so much going on that, a lot of things we've kind of gotten away from. I know last week with the Diddy trial, it really had me all over the place and I had to figure out a balance, indeed. So here we are. All right. Now, while I get ready to pull that up, because that's going to be kind of the last topic that we discuss, I'm going to pull up a couple of other things and then we'll go from there. All right, so this is being reported by the Daily Beast. And so I wanted to get into this because I found this to be very interesting. All right, now we did talk about a little bit of this on Saturday when we went live on Saturday. We talked about a little bit of this, but this is very interesting. So let me share my screen. All right, here we go. You guys can see here my screen. All right. And also what I'm going to do, if you guys would like to be a blessing here, here is a Cash App in which you can do so. Okay. And what's up, Omar? Hey, Miss Renee. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Is you doing all right? Is you doing all right? What? Hey. What? Uh, 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 uh. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Okay. You working? I understand. I understand. Y'all come on up in here and please hit that like button. It is free. It is free. I'll put all the information here in just a minute. Child, I almost doxed myself. Um. Okay. Um, Hold on one second. Hey, Mama Bees, what's going on? Hey, hey. What, IPV? Why you say, dang it? We just started. I promise y'all, we just started. If you just getting in here, we just started. Okay, let me see something. Um, oh, yeah, no. All right, hold on, y'all. I know y'all like, please get it together over here. Okay, so I promise you, we about to get started. Okay, here we go. All right. Anyway, I'll just put my regular Cash App in here if you guys would like to be a blessing um while we are live. All right. Let's get into all of the things, honey. Let's get into it. So, welcome to Poli-Talk Hour, where we talk politics, where we talk things that are going on in the news, things that I feel like that you all should be in the know of. All right. So here's the first thing that I do want to discuss with you all. So, um, Trump demands major investigation into Beyonce and Springsteen's appearance in late night rant. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. President Donald Trump escalated his feud against Bruce Springsteen um, in a late night all cap rant, calling for an investigation into the legendary rocker's performance at the Kamala Harris campaign rally. Springsteen kicked off his Land of Hope and Dreams tour by saying the U.S. was in the hands of a corrupt, incompetent, and uh, an administration leading the president to fire back that Springsteen was a dried out prune of a rocker who ought to keep his mouth shut. After the boss responded at his show Saturday by calling Trump an unfit president whose administration was persecuting people for their right to free speech and voicing their opinions, Trump once again used social media to accuse Springsteen, along with Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, and Bono, of making illegal contributions to Harris' unsuccessful campaign. Now, I want to be very clear about something, sir. You are so full of shit. You're so full of it. You are full of it. So full of it. Anyway, anywho, anyhow, honey. Um, oh Lord. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to finish this. 1 second. Okay. All right. So here we go into his rant, child. All right, so his rant says, how much did Kamala Harris pay Bruce Springsteen for his poor performance during her campaign for president? Trump wrote, why did he accept that money if he is such a fan of hers? Isn't that a major illegal campaign contribution? What about Beyonce? And how much went to Oprah and Bono? I am going to call for a major investigation into this matter. Bastards, you need to be worried about other stuff. The Democrats, however, already beat him to it, as Harris's campaign spending came under scrutiny after the campaign raised more than $1 billion, but still lost every single battleground state during the election. Y'all are poor pigs here. That led some Democratic strategists to question, including a $1 million town hall with Oprah Winfrey and the swing state rallies featuring stars like performances from Lady Gaga, John Bon Jovi, and Katy Perry, the New York Times reported. Springsteen performed at Harris's Walks rally in Philadelphia on October the 28th, while Beyonce spoke at a Houston rally on October the 25th. It's not clear what Bono has to do with Harris's campaign, though he did blast the president's foreign aid policy over the weekend at the launch of his Apple Plus documentary, The Irish Star. Adrian, who served as a senior advisor and senior spokesperson for the Harris campaign, told Deadline that the campaign did not pay for celebrity support. "We have never paid any artists and performers," she said. The campaign, however, was required by law to pay the cost of the performances, she said. Expenses such as sound, lighting, and support staff must be reimbursed since companies are not allowed to give cash or in-kind donations to candidates, USA reported. Harris, they listen. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at this right here. I'm gonna leave it at this. I want to read this bottom part right here. According to news reports, Beyonce was paid $11 million to walk into or onto a stage and quickly endorse Kamala and walk off to loud booing for never having performed. Not even one song, he wrote. Okay, dummy. I don't know if anybody told your stupid ass. I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever told you. Ever told you. But when they book an artist, they book an artist for whatever. They either book them to sing, they book them to speak, they book them to host, whatever they booked them to do. Whatever she was booked to do, they still had to. Sir, no one is saying, I'm not saying that Kamala, the campaign paid Beyonce. I am not saying that. But we cannot be obtuse to saying that, because Beyonce, allegedly, we was just going to say allegedly. Hey, Diddy, hey, Terry, hey, Bama girl. We just going to say allegedly here. Y'all must didn't ask that woman to perform. You asked her to come speak, and that's what she did. Donald Trumpisha. Girl, we're sick of you. We are so sick of you. Sick of you. And you honestly have an obsession with Kamala. Because why is we worried about it now? She's not president. You are. So regardless of what the campaign is, and if she lost and she's such a big sore loser, if she's such a sore loser, why do you care? Why do you care? You won, right? You won, right? Child. Y'all go over there and get that man. No, it make no sense. Y'all please make sure y'all hit that like button. All right. So let's get into a couple of other things, and then we're going to get into these tariff things, okay? All right, so y'all know Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is over there still doing stupid stuff over there. Now, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. returned to Capitol Hill for his third congressional hearing in a week to face more heated questions from lawmakers about the drastic funding cuts his department has made as part of Donald Trump's efforts to reduce the size of the federal government. In other words, Okay. In other words, dismantling the government. Tuesday's hearing before a Senate um hold on. Before a Senate subcommittee centers on Trump's 2026 budget request for the health agency, and within minutes, lawmakers expressed concern about specific programs and funding that would be cut um, if the proposed budget passes. Senator Shelley Moore expressed concerns during her opening remarks about program elimination, like those impacting the National Institute uh, for Occupational Safety and Health. I support the president's vision to right size our government. Mistake number one. But as you and I have discussed, I do not think eliminating the the NIOSH programs will accomplish that goal, said Capital, who leads the subcommittee. Okay, so basically, what in the world? Hold on, y'all. Put this over here. Okay, I read that piece. Later, Senator Mike Rounds also expressed concerns over NIOSH staffing cuts and missing safety related grant cuts. NIOSH, which focuses on workplace health and safety, hosts mining research programs. Earlier this month HHS reinstated 328 employees after hundreds of the institute staff received termination letters this spring. This is not just a missed opportunity. It undermines our ability to meet national security goals tied to mineral independence and supply chain resilience. Now, what I find interesting about this is he is still on his high horse, okay? And yes, I'm speaking of RFK Jr., okay? He is still on his high horse. I never would have put this fuck. Oh, I almost cussed real bad. Oh, I almost cussed real bad. I would have never put this son of a gun in place, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever. He's still wanting to take cuts from um. He's still wanting to take cuts, and it just it's crazy. And then y'all know the whole autism thing that he is out here doing. Um, let's get into that really quick. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Uh, when Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced the government's new autism findings, he painted a grim and highly controversial picture. Not only was autism becoming more prevalent, he said that most cares now are severe. The notion that severe symptoms are becoming more common isn't sustained by scientific evidence. Rather, new research being announced this week at the annual meeting of the International Society for Autism Research in Seattle suggests that the share of autism cases with moderate or significant symptoms um, remained relatively consistent from 2000 to 2016. The new research found that only mild cases rose from 2000 to 2016. Researchers largely attribute the rise in autism diagnosis to more widespread screening and the inclusion of a wider range of behaviors to describe the condition. Historically, the definition of autism included moderate to severe intellectual disabilities. Today's doctors recognize The most severe forms account for over 25% of cases. Okay, so they're still over there. He's still over there, just showing his ass when it comes to the autism, and I can't. That would be an interesting report to read. Yeah, I'm actually going to get further into that report. So Friday, I have some more information on that. I actually just copied and pasted this to my email so that I can definitely dive deeper into this, especially about this research, because I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know. He has just said some really hateful and nasty things, even about autism and about um people with autism. He's nasty. He's nasty. JFK can kick rocks too. All right, moving on. That's why your family don't really put you like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these tariffs, baby, because this is mainly what I wanted to talk about today. Baby, let's get into it, honey. Because see, Maga, hey girl, hey Maga girls, hello Maga girls, hey girls. Y'all are now being affected. Y'all are being affected by the. Y'all have been affected. Oh. Listen, how many times have we said that it amazes me? When is that Seattle conference happening? I think it's happening this week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's happening this week. Um, so let's get into this. This is a very interesting conversation, and if y'all can be active with me with this, that would be great. If you can't, because you're at work, I understand. But let's get into this. So this article is from Yahoo Finance, and this is typed up as this. It says, it's real, y'all. People are sharing their tariff receipts, and my wallet is not ready for what's coming. I'm going to make sure that I share this in the description box so that you guys know what's going on here. But let's get into it. So this is the first tweet. All right. Just got our first tariff bill. We imported 167,000 of floodlights and then paid 255,000 in tariffs. That's more than any of our founders ever paid last year. Oh, wow. April the 30th of 2025. So then they posted this, and they actually show us the tariffs that are included on this invoice, as you can see. And again, it says, as Trump's tariffs have gone into effect, businesses like Wazi have started sharing these new import charges. Look at these prices, and so there you see it. So then you have another situation where someone is ordering their goods, they're ordering equipment, and it is being delivered by DHL. Okay, DHL is letting you know that in order for you to get this package, girl, you have to pay $2,800, almost $2,900 for you to get your package. Now, see, this is what y'all get, because we've been trying to tell y'all. We try to tell y'all. And honestly, guess what? On Friday as well, I'm going to pull up part of Project 2025, because in part of Project 2025, this whole tariff war thing was proposed in Project 2025. Huh? But y'all will rather sit back and allow this man to lie to you and tell you that he don't got nothing to do with Project 2025. You made him write it. But the very person who was the author of this is literally on your cabinet. We're not going to ever play those games, sir. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. All right. So this is very interesting right here, y'all. This is an interesting, this is interesting. So it says that they are not the only ones. Another small business owner went viral on X for sharing the 2,885 import duty, aka tariff charge, on a shipment of less than $2,000 worth of equipment. All right. Genuine small business question. Has anyone found a good website for suppliers outside of the ones affected by the tariffs? Hmm. Hmm. They tried to tell you, didn't it? My business is a Japanese craft store. Almost all of my supplies are coming from China. Picture one is I ship my inventory to a Canada address. Picture two, if I ship my invoice or if I ship my inventory to my business address in the US. Okay, so if she did it for Canada, it would have been $1,427.63. But because if she did it in Canada, that would have been the price. If she did it over here and got it shipped to her business address, it would have been $3,614.23. And people can say what they want to say. I have seen so many people recently shut down their businesses literally because they cannot afford the extensive tariff amount. Now, these businesses, and this is what people need to understand, these large businesses and large corporations are not willing to pay these tariff charges. They're just not willing to. So what are they doing? They're passing it on to the consumer. And that's why we're seeing these ridiculous prices. This is why people are shutting down their businesses and let's just be honest. Small businesses can't really afford to shut down and then um once they feel like all this is over with, then reestablish themselves. It doesn't work like that. Small businesses do not operate like that. It can't. So, in our actuality, we've said this several times. Everything that is done is to help benefit these billionaires and these people who don't have to second guess anything. For people like us who have to consistently budget everything that we have, everything that's imported. We have to budget all of this. Y'all, they are including nasty tariffs on freaking Temu items. And guess what? One of the Maga hats, we finna get ready to go. One of the Maga hats that's on Temu that's being sold is sold. Who is wearing, I wish I would pay you $60 to put on that hat on my head. I wish I would. An $8 hat turned into a $60 hat. Again, for small businesses, people can't do this. Already, small businesses were struggling due to the pandemic, some not being able to get the grants that they need. People really actually having businesses and being able to get PPP loans and being able to do what they need to do, being able to get government funding. It's not as easy anymore. So coming off the heels of that, into tariffs, you got to understand that this stuff is not this is dangerous work. Because again, I'm seeing so many people close their businesses. I gave you guys an example, and I might have said this on my main channel, maybe not over here, but I have a friend who sells a lot of apparel like sweatshirts, and his business is Christian based, right? And so he has a lot of biblical stuff on his clothing, and he had a store in the Galleria Mall in Dallas, right? Well, maybe about when these tariffs first went into place, he talked about how he started seeing the difference in a lot of things. And then maybe 3-4 weeks ago, he pretty much was like he had plans on shutting down his business because not only are people not taking the tariff part into consideration, but him being in a mall that people aren't really shopping in malls like that anymore. People are really doing online shopping. They're doing all of the things. Now, people may go to malls now, but what's the point now? All of these stores, they are either going bankrupt or they're just flat out closing. I mean, when you go to the mall, when you go to your local mall, this is a challenge for y'all. The next time y'all go to the mall, I just want y'all to take a tally of what stores are open, what stores are closed. Some of these stores, they have had to close and still keep the shit inside the store. I'm like, what? So y'all, I promise you it's not a game. I agree. Target will be going down that line soon. Yep. That ish on Temu is cheap, which is just fine. But now to have to pay extra for it. Yeah. You got to pay extra for it. And then not only do you have to pay extra for it, but you got to wait, 6 weeks to get it? Malls are, yeah, they are. They sure are. All right, let's keep going, y'all, because that ain't it. Let's see. Okay, so, and then she gives a bigger picture of it. All right, now I'm guessing that Canada gets their orange juice from the U.S. Okay, and so with that being said, they have. If you can see this picture closely, and I don't think y'all can, let me see if I can zoom in. Look at this picture closely. Y'all see right here on the price tag, you see where it has like a triangle and it has T inside of it? That's letting them know that when they're at the store, that tariff prices have been added to whatever it is. So you see it. So again, not sure if this has been implemented in all superstores yet, but there is a T and a black triangle on the price tag for our items now that have tariff charge added to it. And do y'all see the prices of this? Now, I know this is crazy. I would never drink no damn orange juice. Okay? Baby, I'll go around and get some orange food coloring and drop it on it. I get some orange food coloring and drop it in there if I have to, or get some oranges and juice them mugs myself. But this is crazy. Okay, so let's keep going, y'all. All right, so here go the Maga situation. Speaking of Canada, our neighbors to the north have started adding a T symbol on the grocery store prices, and again, we saw that. So this is Temu. Now, these are Make America Great Again hats, right? All right. So here, the hat total is really $50.67 once you go down. What they're not doing is giving you the full breakdown. It does say import charges, but once you go to the actual end total order, you'll notice what the full breakdown is. And because there was a discount on this, it kind of helped them out a little bit. But saying free shipping, it really ain't free shipping if you got, I mean, granted, it's free shipping, but you pay for the tariff prices. So in all actuality, this hat with tariff costs and everything is $50.67. You keep that mother too. Okay? Keep it. Keep it. Now, let's get into this. And higher price goods like suits manufactured in China for this Canadian company are also starting to show tariff charges. Now, let's see here. So their tariff charge in this, okay, the subtotal before everything applied, $523. Shipment charge, $0. Tariff charge, $890 freaking dollars. The total payable bill is $1,413.72 ratchet cents. That's crazy. My daughter has her own business. She makes soaps, lotions, candles, shea butter. She said the items she needs is costing too much, and she is making only for family now. Yeah, like Didi, and I hate to hear that. Hopefully she can find somewhere that may supply. And y'all, I think it's going to take us to do some extensive research, but I really think that we can try to find these places. And I've also told a couple of people that I know that are in business on their own to also make sure that they kind of stock up on what they can when they see it, if they can. You know what I mean? Because it's getting bad out here. So I hate to hear that, Didi. I hope that she I hope that hey Miss Linda Gamble, hey everybody. I hope that she can figure something out because I know it's tough. I know it's tough. Okay. So this is another closing. So you guys see this, $542. She got a discount on it. It was originally $290. And then the shipping cost, everything all together, the shipping cost. So the subtotal $261, shipping $542.57. And y'all know under shipping, it ain't really the shipping, it's really the tariff charges. $803.57 damn cents. So this is a business, understands, to our U.S. customers. We receive many messages asking when we are reopening our shipping. We wish that we had better news. But for now, U.S. shipping will remain paused. We'll update you as soon as anything changes. As of May the 5th of 2025, here's where we stand. With the removal of the tariffs, with the removal of all tariffs will apply. This means 145% introduced on April the 11th to 17%. It equals 162% of an upcharge. If a bra tag price is $59, we will be required to collect an additional $95.58 from you and remit this to a border agent, a border agency, making the total $154.58. So they're saying, listen, I know y'all want us to ship to y'all, but what we have decided to do is we have decided to pause on this. Sponsors are reducing how much they are willing to give to. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know I'm baby. Absolutely, honey. Absolutely. All right, let me see here. I hope she can figure out it. Yeah, I really hope she can figure out a workaround soon. I believe that she will be able to. I do. I do. My husband went to a British site for some shirts he liked. Their American site said that they are not operating in American site until further notice. He went to the British site and couldn't purchase. Yeah, yeah. I heard a couple people say that they were doing that and they couldn't necessarily purchase. Y'all will never win a trade war with China. I just really wish Trump. I mean, man, dog, you dumb. Okay, so here you see a breakdown of charges for all tariff fees, $83.10, pretty much. Ordered some flowers. Okay, this is coming for some flowers. So, now, ma'am, I know you're not. Well, I wouldn't want to pay it either, but, ma'am, $9. You complain about a $9 tariff charge and everybody else complaining about thousands and hundreds. Again, I wouldn't want to pay the extra $9, so I get it. But dang, woman. All right. My dental office. Now, this one got me. My dental office told me that they are adding $50 tariff charges to all appointments. Drop the mother freaking mic. Drop the mother freaking mic. Not the doggone dentist. Not the dentist girl. The dentist office has literally added $50 tariff charges to all appointments. Ladies, something else y'all better do too. If y'all the master of wanting to wear wigs and stuff like that, and you want people to make your wigs and stuff, cause I know like my sister, she like them girls to make her wigs and stuff. I told her, you go stock up on the hair while you can. Tell that girl along the way, you already got the hair. You already got one battle out of the way. You already got the hair. You already got the hair. She don't got to upcharge you for no hair. She ain't got to do none of that because you already got it. I told my sister a long time ago, she got boxes galore of hair now. Because I told her, you love wearing wigs. sis, you love wearing wigs. Okay? I need you to be smart. We got two aunties that are beauticians, been beauticians for 40 plus years. And I told my Aunt Sarah, I said, you don't think that she ought to, go on and get all their hair? She was like, yeah, I say get all your hair, and whoever make your wigs, they could just make your wigs based off of the hair that you have. Y'all, Medicaid, absolutely. We not only get medicine from overseas, we also get medical equipment from them as well. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I ain't now. I'm gonna let y'all know I ain't begging. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay. All right. So not only do I have asthma, my nephew has asthma. Okay. The hose and I mean, you can get these off of Amazon, but that means if you need them quick, you rather get them. So you have to have a prescription for your nebulizer, right? My nephew got a new prescription for a nebulizer just yesterday. Y'all, that nebulizer it ain't covered. Okay, have to pay out of pocket. Now, typically, the nebulizer that I have, I paid like 33 bucks for this nebulizer, along with whatever the insurance paid. Insurance still is going to help cover some of his nebulizer, but guess what? The rest of it costs because of these tariff charges. It has almost tripled in price. It's literally $88 and some change now. This is what I'm saying. Y'all, it's not the same out here. It's not the same out here. These new masks that they have, you can get your simple mask on Amazon, of course. But they specifically, my nephew he doesn't use the same mask and mouthpiece that most people use. They, for anybody who, has a disability like that, they customize or at least do one that makes sure that it fits on your face properly, right? So he has one that actually has three little strings, one that goes behind his head, one that goes like in the middle behind his head, and one that goes behind his neck to make sure that he's propped up whenever he's taking his breathing treatment. Y'all, those supplies, that entire bag was $58 or something like that. Well, you can get a simple one on Amazon for like 20 something, but again, they're still going to add tariffs on top of it. That's not a game out here. It's not a game out here. They stopped covering. His insurance stopped covering one of his inhalers. They also stopped covering one of mine as well. Stop covering the inhalers. So now you then have to get them to fill something that's a little bit more on the side of being able to pay for it, honey. It's a drastic change out here, y'all. That is just, it seems so unfair. It really do. It seems so unfair. Ain't nobody's income on the job increasing. They ain't trying to give you no raise on the job. But all of this stuff is being raised out here as far as these tariffs, y'all. It's not a game. Now, the reason why the dentists put the tariffs out here, excuse me. The reason why the dentists put the tariffs out here, excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Water went down the wrong pipe, child. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Okay. So the reason that the dentist is charging extra tariffs is because of them getting their supplies from overseas. This is what y'all asked for, though, Maga. This is what y'all asked for. This is what y'all no good ass asked for. Bridal gowns. Folks can't get married. Why? Because your gowns is made over there in the what's the name? I tell y'all, I wanted to show y'all these. I had to show y'all these. I found this to be very interesting. When I saw this article, so you know, I have Google on my phone. So as soon as I opened my phone up on Google, I actually saw this article on here, and I said, "Oh, girl, I want to check this out." Now, again, Maga, y'all get it now? Or maybe it's still going to take some ass whooping out here in order for y'all to understand. And I don't mean no literal ass whooping. I mean with these tariffs and with things that y'all didn't ever think that would affect y'all. That's what I'm talking about when I say ass whooping. They're saying the diabetes medication is going back up also. But this is what people wanted. Yeah, I mean, listen. When we kept telling these people about Project 2025 and what was proposed in Project 2025, the man didn't have to write Project 2025. When he says that, he's not lying. Oh, you see the stock market crashing, Terry? Or you see what the stock market is doing? Child, that's another story for another day, but it's over here weak. But this is literally what y'all asked for. And I can't help but say Kamala told you so. So yeah, I mean, some of these people, y'all out here crying out. I don't feel bad for y'all. I really don't. I'm sorry. And that's probably one of the worst things to say. But I don't feel bad for y'all. Because y'all walked around here really honestly thinking that none of this stuff would affect y'all in any type of way. Y'all really did. Y'all thought that bastard cared anything about y'all. He don't. Let's be very clear. That man don't care nothing about now one of y'all. He don't even care about Elon Musk's butt. Truth be told. But he's sitting over there swearing that he care about him. That man don't care about you. If you are literally not a person who wears your britches under your titties, you go golfing every day, you wear a toupee on your head, and yes, I said a toupee on top of your head, you have titties, and you not orange, he don't care about you. Newsflash, he does not care about you. I don't know what it's going to take for these people to understand that. Again, y'all didn't think that this stuff would affect y'all, and guess what? We're here. We're now here. Dummies. Stupid. Let's get into this last piece. Again, if you'd like to bless the platform, you guys know how to do so. You can also, you have the opportunity to do super chat, super sticker, whatever you would like to bless the platform. And then you also have Cash App as well. $ Chef Don Don 2. Now, why did that just close? That was dumb. All right. So let's get into this. President Donald Trump and American retail giant Walmart are trading stern words this week over the impact of the administration's tariffs after the company's announcement of independent price hikes drew ire from the Republican ladder. Trump blasted the company on social media last weekend, accusing Walmart of unfairly blaming his tariffs for their expected price increase and ordering the world's largest retailer to eat the tariffs and not pass the import costs on to the consumers. Stupid, bro. I'll be watching, and so will your customers, Trump said on May the 17th in a Truth Social post. The company responded to the president's words in a statement to U.S. Today on Tuesday, May the 20th. So this was today. We have always worked to keep our prices as low as possible, and we won't stop. Walmart spokesperson Joe Pennington said, we'll keep prices as low as we can for as long as we can, given the reality of the small retail margin. Despite exceeding sell expiting despite exceeding sales expectations in the first quarter, Walmart may soon have to increase prices for shoppers due to higher tariffs imposed by Trump's administration, according to earnings calls. Um, Walmart is the largest U.S. company to avoid giving second quarter profit guidance due to the uncertainty around Trump's tariffs. As it joins a growing as it joins growing retailers warning of likely price hikes. Trump has long insisted that other countries pay the cost of tariffs. They're not going to ever do that. Despite many despite many American businesses importing foreign goods that they pay for tariffs and usually pass the cost on to consumers um, to retain their profits. The level of tariffs that have been proposed is pretty challenging for all retailers, for suppliers, and certainly our concern is what consumers are going to feel. That consumers are going to feel some of that. Walmart's chief financial officer and executive president John David Rainey said in an interview on the 15th. Rainey told CNBC prices will likely rise toward the tail end of this month into June, with products like electronics, toys, and food specifically mentioned in the company's May the 15th first quarter earnings call with management and investors. Walmart President Douglas McMillan said in a call that they want to keep the food in consumable. They want to keep the food and consumable prices as low as possible, but said tariffs on countries like Costa Rica, Peru, and Colombia are pursuing imported items like bananas, avocados, coffee, and roses. Trump's tariffs um, have impeded a global trade since early April when he announced 10% tariffs on imports from other countries and higher national specific tariffs on 60 countries. He says that since pause those additional fees and pursue negotiations to reach a deal on so-called uh, tariffs as well. This is insane to me. Okay. But Walmart agreed with the orange man. Oh, yeah. Now, I was getting ready to go there. I was getting ready to go there. They are definitely on the list for their DEI. They're definitely on the list. Definitely on the list. Uh-huh. Show was getting ready to go there. Show was getting ready to go there. And now, y'all don't want to pay, boo. Oh, so sorry, baby. So sorry, baby. Federal government told us due to turmoil with us, no raise this year. I said if you pay me 25 a week, that's how much work you're going to get. 25. Oh, I know that's right. They like to play, don't it? They like to play, don't it? Child, I don't understand this. I think that this is insane. This is crazy, but this is where we are, y'all. Unfortunately, this is literally where we are, especially when we come and we talk about these tariffs. This is where we are. This is literally where we are. It's where we are. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to check a little bit more into the autism thing for Friday, so that I can come with the research on what they've done with that. And I really wanted this to be about the tariffs for sure, so that we are all aware of what's going on with these tariffs. How can we prepare for these? Just stay tuned, stay locked in, so that you know exactly what's going on and you are not bombarded or surprised by anything that happens. Expect Walmart to increase their prices. And the sad part about it is some people don't have a choice when they're selecting their stores. Some people just do not have a choice. Some people have to go to Walmart because that is the only store that they may have around them, or they may have a store who, unfortunately, their DEI program is stripped, or and then they don't have any other options, and then you can't order anything online with all these extra tariffs. And I've never actually paid attention to see if I don't think they have started charging tariffs as of yet on groceries that are being delivered. But I wouldn't be surprised if it starts soon. Or I wouldn't be surprised that these delivery apps don't go up on their delivery cost. I could see them going up on their delivery cost quite a bit and still not giving the delivery driver extra. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people really realize that we are really in a tough place with this stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But I wanted to, of course, do my Poli-Talk hour today. And I wanted you guys to know about the tariffs. So we'll be back on Friday. And hopefully, soon we can get El Teddy over here and get some other people who enjoy discussing politics, so that we can have us a show where that everybody can be in the know. Even companies that don't need to raise prices will because they can. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying right now you better enjoy it while you can, because it's going there. It's going to happen, y'all. Unfortunately, it's going to happen because we'll never win a trade war with nobody like China. China don't give a flying. Do you understand? They don't care. They're not struggling like that. How much money these rich corporations need, their profit margins are through the roof. And that's another thing. And again, these big corporations, they don't want to pay the tariff amount. They are going to continue to pass that over to the consumer each and every freaking time. And let's be very clear. This is a note for us all to leave on. Let's be very clear. Y'all, this ain't going to end no time soon. Because first of all, the media likes to lie. They'll lie. CNN, MSNBC, all y'all asses do is lie. Y'all sit up and will say, oh, Trump done sat down and had a meeting, and this is what they done came up with the tariffs, and that. Yeah, y'all be lying. Okay? Everybody sat down and had a meeting about shit. Y'all see where we at, right? Anyhow, and anyway, y'all. This is Don Unfiltered, child. This is Don Unfiltered. So yeah, we'll be back on Friday with another Poli-Talk hour episode. Shout out to you all. I think we're on like episode, I don't even know. I think we're on episode 12 or something like that. Not to eat rice every. You know what? You know what? Any of the 16 people that are listening right now, if y'all want to drop down in the comment section right now, let me know y'all here. I just want to acknowledge everybody again. I just want to acknowledge everybody. I see Mama Bees. I see DD. I see CC. Who else up in here? I just want to acknowledge y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming over here and cooking it up with P. What's going on? Gigi, I see you. Who else was up in here? Anybody else up in here? I know Terry is working. Mocha Drop. Hey, Mocha Drop. Mocha Drop is always here every week when we do our episodes. I appreciate you, Mocha Drop. Again, I just wanted to acknowledge who is here. I appreciate y'all for listening. And again, we honestly need to always pay attention to this stuff because y'all, it's no joke. It's no joke. Okay? No joke. If you guys are interested in the Diddy trial, If you meet me over on my main channel, I'm about to start the live. I'm gonna end this one, and I'm going right over there, starting this one, and we're gonna get into this Diddy stuff and wrap up the day with that. Um, And then I have another live that I'm going to do after the Diddy live, where we are going to talk about. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know if this is my first super chat over here. I think this is my first super chat. Hey. Miss Linda Gamble's also in the house. Thank you, thank you. Um, Enjoyed the combo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, looky. I think I got my first super chat over here. Oh, I'm excited. We're going to talk about Diddy. After Diddy, we are going to talk about the culture of outing DL people. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So we got a lot going on here. And like I told you, I was going to be busy this week. So with that being said, y'all give me about 5 minutes. Meet me over on the main channel. And we about to continue our Diddy talk. All right. Thank y'all. And I'll see y'all there. Peace.